Without honesty, you cannot have love. Sociologists and psychologists these days have been saying that there is much less honesty in our society among individuals, both in small matters and consequential ones. And this is particularly alarming, not just because honesty is the foundation for democracy and for social life in general, but because it's absolutely essential for us to love another person. And so when we lose our connection to honesty, it makes it much more difficult for us to experience love. In Grace Cathedral, we have our two primary windows. Both depict Jesus. One is Jesus as the Good Shepherd holding a lamb. That's an emblem and a representation of love. And the one right next to it, Jesus is holding a lamp, the light of truth. And truth and love, they go together, and they have in so many parts of the Bible. In the Gospel of John, the very beginning prologue, one of the most ancient and beautiful Christian hymns we have, it says, grace and truth and grace come into the world through Jesus. That light and life are come through the world through him. Recently, I've been reading Bell Hooks's book about love, and she says that many men, they receive social conditioning to project a sense of invulnerability and strength, and ultimately this leads them to be dishonest in the most important relations they have, both with other people and with themselves. It means that the trust that should be the foundation for any relationship of love can't exist because of that lie, that's a lie to themselves and to other people. In many ways, it's a barrier. It prevents them from ever experiencing love. It's a difficulty because many of us, even through advertising, through social media, we become habituated to not telling the truth, to not hearing the truth, to not expecting the truth. And it's really hard because it's hard to sometimes tell people what is true. It's hard to tell the truth in our society. Bell Hooks describes a situation she had with a former boyfriend. The former boyfriend's sister came to her and told her about an incest that had happened in the family. And the boyfriend didn't know about it. And Bell Hooks said to the woman, she said, listen, you've got to tell your brother about this, or I'll have to tell him. Because she didn't want to be complicit in keeping this important part of the family's history from her boyfriend. In many ways, it's hard, and we pay a price for being honest with the people around us. But it's so important. It's important for us to be honest about ourselves, about our strengths and weaknesses, about the ways we've let down people in the past. And it's also important for us to be honest with other people. And in many ways, that's what prayer is for. It's the chance for us to imagine what God's perspective on us is, to be able to forgive in the way that God can forgive us. I want to just share a short paragraph from Bell Hooks' book, All About Love, before concluding. The wounded child inside many males is a boy who, when he first spoke his truths, was silenced by paternal sadism, by a patriarchal world that did not want him to claim his true feelings. The wounded child inside many females is a girl who is taught from early childhood on that she must become something other than herself, deny her true feelings in order to attract and please others. When men and women punish each other for truth-telling, we reinforce the notion that lies are better. To be loving, we willingly hear each other's truth, and most important, we affirm the value of truth-telling. Lies may make people feel better, but they do not help them to know love. Every person I know has a struggle with honesty and how honest they can be. And my prayer for you is, as you struggle with this honesty, that you remember that the goal for this is the possibility of true love, that love requires honesty. My name is Malcolm Clemens Young. I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral here in San Francisco, California. Thanks for watching More Good News.